provides that every person has the right peacefully and unarmed. I want you to note that. Peacefully and unarmed to convene or to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and petition are stipulated very clearly by the laws of this land. However, I want to put it very clear, as much as you are allowed to do all those underlined, intending to convene any meeting or a public procession shall notify the regulating officer of such intent at least 3 days, but not more than 14 days before the proposed date of the public meeting or procession. I want you to take note of that. You are supposed to notify police in 3 days so that they are aware of what is your intent. That is by mentioning the place, time, and the intention of your procession, picketing, or whatever the exercise mentioned hereby. Therefore, any person that will participate in the planned demonstration is notified to do so peacefully as guided by the Constitution of Kenya and any other supporting legal framework. If you fall under the stipulated regulation, as I've mentioned, then you're allowed. We wish to assure all Kenyans, and persons of goodwill within the city of Nairobi that we have taken appropriate security measures to ensure public safety and freedom of movement to all Kenyans. Come tomorrow. We promise Kenyans, and we wish to inform them as well, that we are ready to secure their lives and property. Come tomorrow. However, we hereby caution that any person that will preach the peace or break the law during the procession shall be dealt with decisively accordingly to the law. I want that to be noted very clear. However, we hereby caution that any person that will preach the peace or break the law during the procession shall be dealt with decisively accordingly to the law. And this therefore informs very clear that any other person who meets the threshold of the Public Order Act of 2012 shall be allowed to process, to picket, or in any case or the other, is allowed at the same time to serve any intent to the authorities of the government. But if you don't meet those thresholds, which as at now, as I speak here, none of those intending to participate tomorrow have met the thresholds of Public Order Act of 2012. That therefore, it is very clear within the law what is supposed of any other person of goodwill to this country, of goodwill to the city of Nairobi, to ensure that he or she complies with the law. He or she is binded by the law. And therefore, our statement stands unguided by the law as stipulated in the Constitution of this country. Thank you very much. And maybe for the purposes of public understanding, they have to understand that as we are guided by all what we do, and because of the social media that mention and maybe underline some areas like State House, people invading, or areas of concern, I want to put very clear that it is covered by laws of Kenya, chapter 204 of the laws of Kenya. First schedule, go and read, well underlined, what are restricted areas? What are those restricted areas? Those are areas that are not, or no person who is not authorized is allowed to get entry to. So I want Kenyans to be guided, to be informed by the law, not by persons of personal interest, so that we remain as a country, because this is our country. We should be guided and understand the law. There are areas that are restricted and you are not allowed, either peacefully or by other. That is it. And I want again to tell Kenyans of goodwill within the city, those who are doing business, those who are going for duty, that tomorrow is business as usual of this country. I'm saying this because people may have fear just because of the social media means of communication. I want to assure Kenyans that we are in charge of the security of the city and nothing is left unattended. Yes. Instructions are indicated in our laws. As I put it very clear, if it is an illegal procession, it shall be made by the parameters of law. That is very clear. 2 steps before to protect those restricted areas. So we are not, it's not a new thing that we are starting today or tomorrow just because of what has been said. Those roads and those areas remain always protected as if you don't meet the thresholds.
At the moment, what you're saying, whatever is being planned tomorrow, it's unlawful.
Yes, it is, because it hasn't met the thresholds, and we've not authorized its order. Then it is illegal. Yes, that is what we are saying. The law is clear on that.
You have seen, like during campaigns, we have like a number of police officers. Do you have a more in charge of security, like let's say 2,000?
Well, thank you. I want to just assure you that as Kenyans, we will secure a city. We will secure a city depending.
In other words, are you banning the protest?
Lakini sheria imesema vizuri vile inahitajika upate nafasi ya kufanya maandamano katika taifa la Kenya. Na ndipo tunasema kwamba kwa wale wa Kenya wote maandamano isiyo halali. So sisi tunafuata sheria, wala atukanzo mkutano ya mtu ama atusemi hakuna, lakini kulingana sheria inasema kwamba lazima uyatimize yale ambayo. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you well. And
have you communicated with them, the organizers of this?
We may not have any. Of course, when we are saying they didn't meet the thresholds, there was a written document.